What's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of BH Brewing. In today's episode we are once again on the wild beers. This one is called Nebula. I'll read you the little blurb on the back. Nebula is a beer with breakfast juice drinkability, bold aromas, low bitterness and interstellar haziness. That to me sounds bloody delicious. Let's give it a crack. Then this is Wild Beers Nebula, and as you can see first of all from the appearance, my god is that hazy. That is proper breakfast juice material, New England IPA style haziness to it, and I really like that. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. In terms of its head retention, below average, not really poor but not great either. There's not a whole lot to it in terms of its head retention, but the colour is that kind of hazy, yellowy colour, looks absolutely divine. Let's go in with the nose and see what we can get on the aroma. First of all, thing to note is it's very fruity on the nose, but it's very difficult to pick out kind of what fruits are there. Initially I get kind of like a melon type flavour. That's the first thing I get, and then in the kind of background there's almost like a mint leaf kind of smell, melon and then mint leaf. I'm just going to have another smell just to be sure. Yeah, definitely, mostly like kind of a melon smell, and then that mint is kind of in the background. It's almost like a spearmint type smell. It smells rather nice actually. That does smell good. Let's see if it tastes as good. Ooh. Oh wow. Okay, that is a ooh. That's impressive. That's what I'll say first of all. The first thing you get is it's like a real mix of tropical fruit. You know, like it's very hard to pick out individual like fruits in there because it's a real kind of blend of tropical fruit. It tastes bloody divine. If I was to pick out anything in there fruit wise, it's difficult. If I pick out anything, then probably there's like a pineapple that kind of comes forward most out of everything, but it's not your traditional pineapple, which is obviously very sweet. This does have that bitterness to it, obviously because I'm guessing a lot of the kind of fruit flavours have come from the hops rather than anything added to the beer, like, you know, fruit or fruit juice. So yeah, that pineapple is there, but it's a bitter pineapple rather than a sweet pineapple, almost like a burnt pineapple, almost a bit like that, but not caramelised, more bitter. Let's go with another swig. That really is a beautiful fruit fusion. Not so easy to say after you've had a few beers, but this thing is bloody beautiful. The bitterness in there kind of lingers on the tongue. It doesn't go away quickly. I don't mind that so much, but it does hang around. It's not like a kind of a short bitterness, so if you're one of those people that can't stand that horrible bitterness lingering in your mouth, then you're probably not going to be a fan of this. In terms of its mouthfeel, it is definitely a solid medium. Really kind of sits there nice, like it envelops the whole mouth, but because it envelops the whole mouth with its kind of medium mouthfeel, it does leave, like I say, that bitterness there. But it's not terrible at all. In terms of the finish, I'd say it's kind of a medium to probably a little bit sweet of a finish. Like I said multiple times, the bitterness is there, but the kind of the finish on it is kind of medium to sweet, I would say. Overall, this is a very, very nice beer. Wild beer kind of have this thing where they'll do an amazing beer and I'll try it and absolutely love it, and then I'll do another beer and it'll be shit. So it's a weird one. I'm kind of always turning through, and one minute I love wild beer, next minute I'm like, oh, they're not that great. This for me is up there alongside that Murmur beer that we had and the Advent Calendar. It is that nice. It is a really, really, really good beer. I said really a few many times there. But if I was to score this for me gets a solid kind of 80, in the 80 region. I'd probably give this an 81, maybe an 82. It is a really, really nice beer. If I was to improve this a little, I'd probably say you can add a bit more to the mouthfeel. I know I've said it's medium. I'd probably add maybe a bit of lactose sugar just to bring up that kind of mouthfeel a little more. And I'd probably just take away a bit from the bittering hops, because it does leave that bitterness kind of lingers on the tongue a bit too long. But otherwise, really, really fantastic beer. Wild beer, yeah, back on my favourites list. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the like button down there. And if you want to see more content like this, me tasting beers, me brewing beers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Cheers.